It's Candice Dickinson here, Artistic Director at HART, and I'm so excited because Nichole is going to be talking to me today because I am the director of the upcoming show at HART, the Valentines Day Cabaret 2025, baby. We can't wait. February 14th, 15th, and 16th. We're doing a whole weekend this year, and I'm going to shut up now and turn it over to Nichole.
Well, I mean, you said this year, so how did the Valentine's Day Cabaret come to be?
Exactly, because I love to sing is basically why. So we've done it now, this will be our third year doing the Valentine's Day Cabaret. The last 2 years it's been just a one night only, just on Valentine's Day. But as I was starting to plan for 2025, I was looking and I saw that Valentine's Day is on a Friday night this year. And so I said, well, since people are going to be celebrating all weekend, why don't we do it all weekend as well? Because the past 2 years it has sold out pretty fast. So I was like, well, hopefully that means there's demand for it. But yeah, I mean, this is like my little passion project every year. It's an excuse for me to sing with some of my best friends and sing some of my favorite songs and just celebrate love because I love love.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a wonderful, it's wonderful. Can't recommend it enough. But especially this year, what's your concept since, I mean, it's a whole weekend now?
Yes. Yeah, that's been the other fun thing is I've done something totally different every year. So like the first year, it was very small. It was just like 4 people and a piano. Last year, I was like, go big or go home. I had like 20 people in my cast. And then this year, honestly, the concept really came out of necessity. So because of how things had fallen, we were not able to do it in the Fangmeyer this year, which is where we typically had it. This year, it's going to be in the Black Box, our Feichter studio. So it's a very small, intimate space. And so I was like, all right, I'm just going to run with that. So I decided to go non-musical theater love songs, showing diversity.
Ooh,
I know.
That'll be fun.
Exactly. So if you're not a musical fan, this is the show for you. If you are a musical fan, it's still going to be fantastic, obviously. And acoustic is really where I wanted to go. So I got Drake Frost, who is an amazing guitar player, and I have Billy West, who is playing acoustic guitar, 12-string guitar, bass, and saturn. Wow. Yeah, he was quite a find. This will be his first show at HART, which was really cool. And we do have a little piano in the show from Chelsea Frost. So yeah, really just kind of wanted to run with that. So everything is very tight harmonies. There's a lot of kind of reimagining of very popular songs. So, think of like, we got a lot of songs by the Beatles, the Carpenters, we have like Adele, Alicia Keys, Dean Martin, I can't even think, Sarah Bareilles, Jackson 5, like it's a really kind of, it's a really eclectic, but we tried to kind of make it so that it sounds cohesive, so it still has that very like acoustic cover of all these songs and a lot of harmonies. And then visually, I'm really excited if you can't tell.
No, it's great.
Visually with that, I wanted to, again, embrace the space that we were in, embrace that intimate space. So what I've been talking to the cast about, I was like, I wanted to feel like we are a band of woodland fairies that just stumbled in to HART Theater and transformed the space, and we are here to create a little romantic night for you. So I'm planning on having flowers everywhere, candles. We're kind of going to all try to dress in that kind of like woodland fairy vibe, if you will. Ren fair, but not quite Ren fair, like all that feel. But again, just to like honor the space, honor the music, honor the small, intimate feel of the show.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I'm so excited.
So on that, especially now that you have like a whole weekend, what have been your challenges kind of with this production?
Yeah. I think honestly the challenge is yet to come. I know that this next week is going to be very difficult. So since we are doing a full weekend, what we ended up doing is Women in War, as you know, has just one weekend, and then we have the next, and it's in the same space. So basically, like, Women in War is gonna end on Sunday in the afternoon, then I have callbacks for Next to Normal, and then like hopefully that night I'm going to fully transform the space, and then we have tech the next day. So that's gonna be the problem, is just like that quick turnover, but I'm not really worried about it, to be honest.
Yeah, you have great people in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
what's been the most fun part about
Definitely the people and just the way this is all developed. So on that, the cast, I decided to go 3 men, 3 women, for harmony reasons. Obviously, that makes more sense. So it's me, Morgan Miller, who is just like
Wonderful.
the best.
Yeah.
And I worked with her in all of her, I guess we did the New Classics Cabaret together too, but I love working with her so much, and we just like, it just hasn't worked out. Like the shows that I direct, she's not right for, and so she was the first person I asked. I was like, I want to do it with you. Will you please sing with me? And so her, and then of course Chelsea Frost, Drake Frost, which are brought in both for their vocals and for their instrument skills. Then we brought in Tristan Brown, who his voice, he has such like, wonderful. Oh my God, such a voice of an angel. And I'm really excited because like I got to work with him as Chuck, as you know, in Footloose. But I don't think the role of Chuck really showed off his voice correctly. And so it was really exciting. I knew that he had a great voice, and I was like, I would love for you to be able to show our audience like what you sound on music you are picking for yourself, you know what I mean? So that's exciting. And then, like I said, Billy West. So yeah, and he's adding, I actually didn't even know he sang when I asked him.
Even like a
Exactly, it's like an added bonus. So strange. So him and his wife came to a show here at HART and like stopped me in the lobby afterward and was like, hey, I'm a musician, I play a lot of instruments, do you guys ever have need for like stringed instruments? I was like, oh yeah, for sure. And he gave me his card. And then like 6 months later, I was like, oh, remember that guy that I randomly met? Do I still have that card somewhere? Yeah. And he has ended up being like just the perfect addition. Yeah. I wasn't, it's always a little scary, like bringing someone new into like, especially when this is like so intimate, right? We only have 6 people. It's like, okay, what is this new energy gonna be like with like we're all friends. He's been amazing. Like, he's so funny. He's just like cracking jokes with us. He's so talented. Like the first rehearsal, I remember we were singing through a song and he's like playing. And I was like, oh, good. So did that chord chart that I picked, it worked out? He was like, what chord chart? I was like, weren't you just playing? He was like, oh, I was just playing along. I was just listening and playing along. I was like, in real time, just like, so he's obviously super talented.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so that's always my favorite part of the Valentine's Day Cabaret is like an opportunity to work very closely with people that I might not get to work with regularly. Yeah, so it's just really fun. All of our rehearsals have just been super fun. Super fun.
I'm very excited for it. It's going to be great. So now I know why I'm excited, but why should everyone else come see this wonderful cabaret?
Absolutely. I think I'm going to get a little deep here, honestly.
Go ahead.
I feel like right now in the world, everyone is feeling like bad. Whether you've just like been sick, because there's a lot of sickness going around, you can kind of hear it in my voice, I'm getting over it. Whether it's just like the general atmosphere of the world, like I feel like there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of like worry going on, and I think that people are truly and honestly looking for some joy and some love and some hope, and that is like 100% what this concert's all about. You know what I mean? Like, we have such silly moments in the show. I think it's just going to be delightful. Like every song we are truly pouring our heart into, and every song is a celebration of love. It's a celebration of joy, and it's all about how we love each other. I even like the transitions into each song. I'm highlighting different like either poems or quotes from different texts that are just about love. So, I mean, it's just gonna be fun and nice and like a good time for your life. Doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't it sound nice to just do something that's like, oh, this is so happy. These people are happy. I just think we need it like really bad right now. And what better time than on a weekend that's all about love anyway.
Yeah, and what better way to spend your Valentine's
than
with us at
Yeah.
HART?
Oh my God. Yeah. Another great reason. Are you trying to impress a date? Hello.
Bring them to this cabaret.
I know that I would date someone who brought me to a cabaret for my first date or second date or 100th date, right?
You need like a nice like anniversary, like,
I know, and that like also truly like an experience, I feel like is a gift too. You know what I mean? It's not just like, hey, let's go to dinner for Valentine's Day. It's like, let's go experience this thing together, and it actually like draws you closer. I am selling the heck out
I know.
of the show.
I was like, definitely come see it.
Truly. I think it's going to be really wonderful. And there's only 3 chances, and this will never, ever exist again, right? This is only this show will ever happen these 3 nights ever. So I hope you're a part of it, because I can't wait.
Yeah, so it's February 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Yes.
And tickets are available now. You can get them at hearttheater.org or by calling the box office at 828-456-6322.
You're doing so
Thank
good.
you.
I'm so proud of you. Tickets are very limited because it's in our Feichter studio, right? So it's a much smaller. So don't wait, because we can't wait to see you there. Yay! Bye!